sun come up over the Ozarks.
You can feel the energy in the air this morning.
There's a lot of pride on the line. These guys are going to be gunning for it.
Every start line feels like a battle. This one's going to feel like a war.
Now, 80 kilometers. Some people graduated from the 50 kilometers.
2, 1, go! Take them, please. Take them, let's go. Take them. Maraming salamat po.
I got friends from the SM Bikers right now.
This is it.
Such a gnarly gravel race. Everyone's ready to completely empty everything they have.
Got an attack off the left-hand side.
They have to decide if that breakaway is going to be worth chasing.
I mean, obviously it's in the back of your mind, but I think it's easier if you just, I need to win the race.
They're kind of all over the place, just trying to find that one good line.
Plan to follow any move. Doesn't matter who it is.
No matter what, you have to always be looking forward and just assume they're coming for you.
Coming out of this aid station is one of the steepest climbs of the day, so you can see them grinding away here trying to get up this hill.
In full chase mode, this pace is just brutal. Climb is so steep coming out of the feed. You can still see that it just continues.
I mean, it hurts being out there.
That this is his moment. He came through and over the top of that climb, took that left-hand turn, looked over his shoulder, and he has made a dent.
This year's champion has
All right, congratulations to Sir Leon Cruz. Finish your 50 kilometers with 2 hours and 19 seconds. Grabe. Close. Napaka-close ng kanilang...
Always, man. Hey.
Frankie. I want to introduce you to the slowest guy in the world. That's me. We try.
Napaka-close ng kanilang...
Always, man. Hey. It's not the first time you came up here on stage.
I think one of the things that I really want to highlight today, you know when you're out there in the boondocks?
Yeah?
Scared for your life? Thinking, did tank crash again? You know? Just a little bit worried.
Did crash years ago?
A little bit worried, and then there's this another reservist guy trying to chase us. Running scared for your life, but honestly, having our men and women in uniform out in the boondocks somehow gave me a little bit of encouragement, and I just felt safe. I think that's one of the things.
Actual real tanks.
And we saw real tanks on the course.
Choosing a made-to-measure bike as a new rider can offer significant advantages compared to buying an off-the-shelf bike and getting it fitted. Here are some points to consider. Proper posture is crucial in cycling for comfort, efficiency, and injury prevention. A bike that is custom-built to your measurements ensures that your body is positioned correctly on the bike, allowing you to ride comfortably for longer durations without strain. Off-the-shelf bikes are designed with general measurements to cater to a wide range of riders. However, this one-size-fits-all approach may not address individual variations in body proportions. Ill-fitting bikes can lead to issues like numb hands and lower back pain due to incorrect posture. Just like in bodybuilding, where proper posture and technique make lifting weights easier and safer, cycling on a bike that is tailored to your body ensures that you are in the optimal position to pedal efficiently. This can prevent injuries and discomfort commonly associated with poorly fitting bikes. A bike with a correct frame geometry suited to your body can improve your overall posture, not only while cycling, but also during everyday activities at home or work.
I think he wants to have a bit of fun. He gets his moment of glory, the adrenaline pumping. He's 7 minutes down on GC, so...
When you walk into a bike shop, the vast majority of the bikes you'll see are ready to ride, with wheels, brakes, and a drivetrain ready for you to pedal. And while a complete bike like this is what most buyers are after, some people are actually looking to get just the frame. The frame's the core structure of any bike, and not just in the literal sense, because it's what everything is connected to. Your frame design determines how the whole bike is going to ride. One of the most common reasons someone starts from the frame is because they want to choose their own parts. Bike companies usually only put out a few different build options for each model, and if you don't like the combination of components used, you're kind of out of luck. Sometimes a build might be close enough that you can get away with just replacing the one or two things you might not like, but that's not always the case. Personally, I'm not someone who has major component preferences. Not to say I can't tell the difference between different brands and spec levels, but some people are just ultra sensitive and have some major brand loyalty. For them, dropping a ton of money on a bike that doesn't shift or brake the exact way that they want can be a total deal breaker. By starting with the frame and buying all of the components individually, they can end up with the elusive dream build of a bike.
Fast bikes for older riders. What do we do about that? I really don't want to ride something that's super long or super low or super harsh riding. I don't want that. I'm realistic enough to realize that that isn't what I want. But what do I want? Well, what if I want something that's kind of in the middle? What about that for guys and gals like myself? Riders who aren't racing, but they enjoy a performance bike. They want it to go when they press on it, even if we really can't press all that hard anymore. We don't necessarily care about having the maximum amount of spacers underneath the stem and the stem flipped, and yet we don't want to be killing our necks either, because, you know, life does make us a little creakier as we get older. So where do we fit in this? Where do we fit in this? Well, in the last year, I have gotten some hope. And that hope, I think, is being realized. And it's being realized in the form of what I think the media, or at least the industry, is calling the all-rounders. But what they're talking about here, when we say all-rounder, it's light. It may not be the lightest thing out there, but it's a light frame. You're also seeing the geometry is a little bit backed off from the road race bike, to where you'll have a little bit more stack. So it's in between the old endurance bikes with reaches slightly, maybe 10 millimeters, 5 millimeters in from the race bike. Not as short as the endurance bike, perhaps. Lower bottom bracket heights. You're gonna see slightly longer chain stays by 5 millimeters or so. That all adds up. Angles are still sporty, but not super twitchy and aggressive. And as important, and maybe more importantly as anything else, they're going to take a pretty big tire, like maybe a 35 millimeter. Wow, that goes a long ways to calming a bike down. And when you add in a frame that's designed with some compliance in mind, yes, performance, yes, bottom bracket stiffness and all that, but some compliance built into the bike to where it just isn't a chattery nightmare at the 50-mile mark into a 100-mile ride. When you put all this together, you kind of have I think, a new genre of the all-rounder performance road bike. And I am a fan because I think I fit on that perhaps more than anything else on the road segment that existed before it.